Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. Welcome back to my channel, or if you stepping in here for the first time, hello. I'm Kasia and I am an astrologer and a tarot reader, and I'm really excited right now because I just came back from my Thailand trip, Thailand holidays, and there were a lot of goodies waiting for me here at home. So I just lit this rosewood woodwick candle, and it smells good and it makes this really cool sound. It comes with woodwick, so it's like candle ASMR. Alright, what should we start with? Let's take a sip of tea this time. I have gotten a little bit sick on the way back home, but I'm feeling okay. It's just, tiredness. So I did show a little bit of this beauty that I got from Carlherzer. So as you know, Carlherzer creates her unique Rider-Waite-Smith clones, let's call it clones. She paints herself, she adds glitter. She's well known for her glittery decks, and I have to say her decks are amazing, especially the glitter decks. They just have a different vibe, you know. If this is the same deck as this one with glitter, you have the thickness to the card, you have there's some special magic that's happening. And even though you cannot maybe see always how amazing this glitter looks, the regular decks are beautiful, but the glitter ones took my heart forever. She uses opalescent paint as well, that you can see how it's like changes colors, and she's using various glitter colors on her cards depending on what you're getting. So head decks are expensive, because if you just imagine, you know, putting on all this glitter, a little bit of yellow here, red glitter here, and blue glitter here, it takes a long time. So this deck was around $400 something, and no, I wouldn't be able to afford this deck if I was just to pay for it. But what I did, I had my Lightseers deck, the Kickstarter version by Chris N, and I managed to sell it for some ridiculous price, like $470 or something with postage. And the person who got it really wanted the two separate Ten of Swords, and I had both in this version. So my Lightseers Tarot paid for this deck. Okay, that's how I got it. I treasure Carlherzer's deck. My friend Victoria has sent me one, which, you know, I would have never had afforded, and I'm forever grateful to her for sending me that deck. And before that, I purchased one myself as well. But this one is really special. I think this is my favorite yet. I love that one from Victoria because Carol also added a lot of hand touches there, and there's this iridescent paint which I love. But this one has so much glitter, and I love the crazy colors that came up. It's like inverted deck, you know, inverted deck when it comes to colors from the regular version. The back to this one, Carol just went beyond. It's so beautiful, and she always signs her decks like this. So I ordered black bags. Carol, you can, you know, kind of modify what you want. These ones are so impressive. They like really beautiful, and this is not the best probably lighting to show how cool these bags are, because you lose a little bit of this blackness, but this glitter sparkles, and Carol cuts them herself. I think I will ask her if I can. I hope it won't destroy anything, but I would edge it maybe black or maybe gold to go with this. With the fronts, there's a lot of gold and orange in the fronts. So I will show you now just, you know, a little bit of this deck. Let's start with Devil, shall we? all the cards are actually amazing in this deck. I just love it so much. So I don't know, how should we do it? Let's try to maybe like, I want to show you how stunning it is, and it just sparkles, you know, there's a lot of glitter as you can see, and it's really, really cool. Of course, you know, art, as with everything, art is a subjective thing, so, you know, some of my friends, like Natalia, she's not convinced, but I am in love with this deck. So thank you, Nat, for helping me get this deck into Poland. Love you. And Natalia has helped me because Carol, yeah, she, you know, she won't reduce the value of the deck, and the tax here would have eaten me alive. So, and Natalia has just sent it to me as, you know, from a friend, just a gift from a friend, and it got here safely. They did inspect the parcel though, but yeah, oh, look how cool is that. I just love this, I don't know, I just love it. I love color and the glitter and the feel of the deck. There's just something special about Carol's decks, because I think Carol herself, it's like, I don't want to, you know, she's an older lady now, and I totally respect what she does. She is a weird cookie. This is a very endearing term, how I use this. She's, I think, a Sagittarius like myself, and Honey Lou as well is a Sag, I found out. So there's definitely a lot of Sag energy there. But I also see her as a very kind of Aquarian, ahead of times type of lady. She creates music, she creates art, and it's all kind of energetic, and like it has a lot of energy, and you can feel it in the cards, especially in those glitter decks, I'd say. And they all different, they all beautiful. As I said, she sent a couple of these different, so this is the same deck without glitter, and here you can see how different, you know, how different it looks. It's still beautiful, but the glitter just adds this extra something, I don't know, like just brilliant that Carol came up with it. But this one, for example, I think Honey Lou has this one, she loves this one. There's this snow starlight with this iridescent paint that changes colors, so beautiful. She also adds glitter to the bags. And then this deck as well, it's Summer Star, perfect size, and yeah, the glitter one just makes a difference, but it's beautiful. So yeah, I'm just, you know, what can you say, it's just amazing. And I know it's an investment, it's a lot of money, but I just pulled the trigger because I thought, oh, goodbye Lightseers. It was a great deck, but you know, you can get it mass market now, and I don't really care about the 2 Ten of Swords. So for the collectors, if somebody collects decks, that's definitely a, you know, a cool value that adds to the deck. But yeah, I prefer to hold in my hands my Carlherzer deck right now. So yeah, it's gorgeous, it's just stunning. And again, whenever I see it on camera, it just never gives off, you know, the same vibe. There's a Hermit card in this deck. It's interesting also that a lot of dark cards, because its inverted colors came out quite light, so that's a nice added interpretation to the cards. And oh, it's just so cool. Oh, I love Hermit. I wanted to show you the Hermit card. It really feels like a guide. It feels very energetic. I love these colors that came up, and it just sparkles, and it's, yeah, it has a really kind of angelic vibe to it. So yeah, it's gorgeous. Just, there's not really much I can say. Amazing. Oh, this 5 of Cups, always love in her decks. 5 of Cups looks so good. And yeah, usually you have a dark scarf here, so it's cool how also the Queen of Wands, you know, usually we have the black cat because it's inverted colors. She came up as a white cat now, so that's pretty funny. Alright, so this is Carlherzer's Inner Truth. very, very beautiful, handmade and pricey, but understandably so. Oh, and I wanted to show something. I wanted to show you how cool it goes with, I'm just going to lift it up a bit. So, a lot of you know this kamienie w różu stones for tell, and recently over Instagram I got kind of friendly with Edita, who's I didn't even realize, but she is the creator of this deck. I remember Kelly from the Truth in Story, she loved this deck. A lot of you have, you know, in tarot community have used this deck. They're little tiny crystal cards, and with Edita's artwork. I never kind of got this deck because this art style, it's not really like my cup of tea to the end, but it's, you know, it feels good, and a lot of you love this deck. So it's still available, and Edita graciously has sent me a copy of this, and she also sent me a copy of her new Oracle deck, which I would like to show to you because it also goes so well with Carlherzer's decks. I'm just going to open this. You know, when I arrived there was so many goodies. I was a bit overwhelmed. That's how it usually is. But let's see. So she was so like generous. She sent me 2 copies, one English and one Polish, which only vary actually in the booklet, and she sent me her other deck and those what are they called, coasters. So this is from the new Oracle deck. Sorry, this is my catarrh. So there's friendships, there's peace and harmony, there's fearlessness. I kind of like this deck. It feels shamanic, tolerancja in Polish, tolerance, and it, if you like color, you know, it has this kind of cool, I like it, that's cool, this cool flow. So the decks are also really cool, packaged and natural, so it's all like in this paper, and the booklet, you pull it out. Her name is Edita Hedger. I think that's how you read it if you read it in Polish, and I like how it's bound. So she says, let me invite you on a journey to the roots of dreams, through visions of ancestors, all the way to the source of inspiration. Recall your true nature and find answers. And here we have also the Polish version. So this is an English version. This is how the booklet works. I like how it's done. It has cool quotations from many interesting people, and I just, you know, skipped through. I haven't read it yet, I haven't used it yet, but it seems like a really well informative and interesting and deep guidebook. So the message is around this type of length, and then there's the description of the card, like what was inspirational for her to create this card. And I think she uses different symbols, and this is the author, Edita Hedger. She's an artist and designer, graduate of the Academy of Fine Arts in Krakow, and she's passionate about symbols, so, and the hidden meanings. So you have you know, all the cards listed, there's numbers. This is really well done. And then we have the cards, and actually I'm going to show you the other deck because I already opened it. So the cards come with this beautiful paper attached to them, no plastic, and this is how they look. So let's just take a look at those. So this is the back, and it's interesting, but because it's called a Revolution Oracle, and I have to show you another deck that I received from Lainey. Finally, I have an interview with Lainey, but it's also called Sacred Revolution Oracle. How funny! So I have 2 Revolution Oracles to show you, but Edita's deck, as I said, it goes really well with Carlherzer's deck. So again, art is subjective. I actually really enjoy it. Let me just grab a sip of tea. I really enjoy it. It's simple, it's intuitive. I feel like it's energetic, you know, like there's this like if you imagine how energy would look and mix with one another, there's this luminosity about it, and it's just simple words. So the keywords are like flexibility, chariot, together, emptiness, and you know, it reminds me of this like Shaman's Oracle with the art from the caves, and it's very kind of archaic. That's how it feels. And I like it. It actually is pretty cool. So Revolution Oracle, equilibrium between, very shamanic. I think would be cool for shamanic journeys as well. And just as I haven't used it yet, so forgive me, I'm just showing you the decks because, you know, I want the creators to feel like I'm appreciating the decks and I want to show them off. But yeah, I just got a lot of them at once, so stick with me. I will have to take time to, you know, use them and see how I can actually incorporate them. But I think, as with every other Oracle deck, I would just pick a card, you know, let's just pick one for ourselves, and I can give you a sense of how the guidebook looks. So what did we get? I am. It's pretty cool, and the hands were always very prominent in the cave art as well, especially in Australia, and many cave arts. So if we look for I am, we would just go to the back. We have it listed, I am, page 81. So we just go here and you just take a look. The shamanists never use the word I. We are only a channel for the spirit. We are individual selves in the organism of humanity, one humanity. At times I think, and at times I am. You're not supposed to do anything. You're just supposed to be. So here she kind of goes into description of what I am, you know, means to her. And then there is a message for divination. So think differently today. In what ways am I similar to others? How can this similarity make me happy? Focus on what you have in common with others. It might be people at a concert who like the same kind of music. Could be the simple pleasure of being with people you like. Your me is important to the community and paradoxically leads to connection with the group. So, you know, it's not like fluffy Oracle deck. I think it's pretty cool. And if we just, I wanted to show you a couple of cards. If we just like, you know, take this amazing decks like this. Maybe let's take this tea off. Let's bring it a bit closer. And just, you know, look how cool these two decks go together. There's something cool. If this one was glittered, editor, if you watch this, think about it. Maybe you want to make a glitter version of this deck and send it to me, of course. I will show it off. I take any glitter deck anytime. I've had Carlherzer's deck forever and nothing ever happened to any of them. You know, they laminated and the glitter is just there. Cosmos, that's pretty cool. So yeah, look, colors and magician. I really think they look great. Wild heart. They look really cool together. There's just something about them that has similar energy, and I think it's maybe those kind of like twirls of energy. Both are very energetic decks. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. It's a good mix of cards. And if we were to like ask, maybe, you know, who am I today? All right, let's go today. Who am I today? And let's pull. Who am I today? Let's pull two cards. King of Pentacles and Four of Swords. Well, today I think I am very physical, right? I'm strong in my physical body, and I'm being asked to really pay attention to my physicality, and at the same time to mental capacity to rest. So it's a stable call. I'm being called to, you know, to be and be master of being, and also to really rest my mind. So maybe I won't go overboard with oversharing stuff with you, but today I'm of element earth and air, right? So this is a combo, and they both quite static cards. There's not much movement happening. Everything seems to be just like grounded. All right, so these two decks, I think they go really good together. Revolution Oracle by Edita Heger. What's next? I have received Natalia has sent me as a gift the Starseeker Oracle with, when she was helping me get Carlherzers into Poland. And I love Nikki's decks. I have the mini, I have the regular version, and now I have the Oracle, but I haven't even looked through it. So I like the images that I saw online. I like the keywords that Nikki has used, like the suppression or fury. That's pretty cool. Amends. I like it, and I believe that because Nikki's a reader, she actually creates really good reading decks. I always had good readings with her decks. That was my experience with her tarot deck anyway. So with this Oracle deck, I'm just going to give it a go and see how I play with it. But I appreciate her artwork, and even though sometimes it's a little bit too static for me, but there is just something that I like in it anyway. And Nikki's decks are always well made. They edged and it's just beautiful. The booklet looks the same like for her tarot deck. So the Starseeker Oracle and then Nikki's Starseeker Tarot, they probably go together really well. So, well, let's just jump into this another Sacred Revolution Oracle, shall we? So this is by Lainey Dalby, and I have an interview with Lainey. She is very prominent in her work. She works a lot with feminine sexual energy, a lot of kind of yoni work and stuff like this. So if this is your thing, you might enjoy this one. So you can also see via the keywords like energetic womb level, nourishment, repair your root, heal the body, sacred union of your humanity and divinity, mycelial web walker. These are the keywords for the cards, but you won't see them on the card. So I'm just showing you how the book looks, because it's pretty cool how it's done. For some people, it's a little bit too much. Like if you're not really keen on that work, deep work, gentle work with the feminine, it might sound sometimes a little bit too feminine for a lot of people. But if you like working on, embracing your femininity, your sacred pleasure, you might really enjoy this deck. I stand like in the middle right now, so I'm curious how I will, get on with the books, because some of the keywords I would like are a little bit too even feminine for me, so maybe I'm not there yet, and maybe that's also cool because I can just challenge myself a little bit. But the book is made really well, and it has sparkling essence, so little keywords. It has shadow aspect with keywords, channeled message, divinatory meaning, medicine helpers, and ecstatic embodiment practice. So it's pretty holistic. That's what I'm looking for. And Lainey is like a really bright, beautiful person. Do we have Lainey somewhere here? That's her. You can hear our interview. You can rewatch it. The Oracle has 52 cards created. They create the magical 7. The box is gorgeous with all these little stars. Yeah, it's a beautiful collage deck, and it's not AI created. It's just a collage. and the cards are round, as you can see, and you only get a number on the card. So then if you don't want to use the book, that's cool, you don't have to. You can go very intuitive and read these cards as, you know, like oracle deck. I think the oracle images are gorgeous. They're more on like the busier side, I'd say, but you can sense there's a lot of intention in it. And I think Lainey was saying in the interview that she, you know, she created a lot of artwork in ritual and prayer, and there is just, you know, the cards are very beautiful. So here's like the Phoenix rising. A couple of the cards are amazing. You know how it is with collage decks. Some are more amazing than others. I love that one. Let's see, this one is pretty cool. I like the ones that are not that busy. Like this one is a bit too busy for me because my brain just loses itself. Maybe sometimes it's good. Oh, this one is pretty cool. Somehow I like to be drawn to something. That's very beautiful. So a lot of interesting cards. The backs are gorgeous with this golden foil. It is rose petals, so it doesn't really slide much. So shuffling is, you know, when you hold it in your hand, it's gorgeous. The cards are thick and beautiful, but when it comes to shuffling, it's not the easiest maybe. But actually, because of the, oh, I love this one. Because of the flexibility, and they etched in pink, you can actually shuffle them pretty well. Yeah, it's not too bad because they have flexibility in them. So if we just pull one card for us, we get this one. Oh, I like it. And there is something about the speech, right? The sacred language. I don't know why. For me right now, that's what I thought of, just because of the snake being on the mouth of this person. And there is like a twisty road. He seems like a wise person, like a priest or something. And there is maybe an initiation around sacred language. That's what kind of came to my mind. But yeah, these cards can be read very intuitively. They're beautiful. And if you're out for you know, a feminine oracle deck, or if you work on sexuality, sorry guys, you might want to check out this oracle deck. Sorry, I'm getting this cold. It's no stopping it, unfortunately. And then I wanted to show got this amazing gift from my friend Roxanne from Instagram. She just said she wants to send me something, and she made this painting, which was, you know, like a postcard, but she made it. I love it. So hopefully I can frame it. I have to find a special frame. And then she sent me this amazing dry kelp bulb, because she lives in Portland, Oregon. And I will fill it in with the pieces of earth and stones and sand from here to make a rattle. So thank you to Jessica Zinchuk for introducing us to this type of work. And then thanks Roxanne for sending this amazing bit. And she sent me this 2 chocolates, which I swear I haven't eaten good chocolates like this in a long time. My honey mamas, I don't know if you guys in the States know these chocolates, but oh fuck, they're so good. Everything organic and so tasty. They taste like brownies. And then Roxanne has sent me this. I've never seen anything like this, but I think it's for for smudging. But it's like a neck of the cock and rooster. It's beautiful feathers. It's preserved. It's a shamanic tool, so I will I will work with this. I have to make it mine in some way, you know what I mean. But yeah, it was very interesting. I've never seen anything like that. And then she has sent me this couple of those sweet teas, which was amazing. and a deck. She said, I'm sending you a deck. And I thought, like, what deck can she send me that I don't have? And I was so excited because of Meg and who else? Somebody else had those Abaton keys, and they said, Kasia, oh, Jennifer, my friend Jennifer, she said, Kasia, you will like this deck, Abaton keys. They were very excited about this, and they said like that, I will definitely like it. But I checked the price, and I thought, no, you know, I can't. If I lived in the States, of course, I would buy all the fucking decks. But to get them into Europe, it's so expensive now. But here we go. I don't know how Roxanne even knew about that. I don't have it, and that I maybe would love it. I don't know if she knew or not, or if it was just intuitive. But yes, she sent me this Abaton keys deck, and Wounded Healer, love working with Chiron in astrology. You know how I love Chiron. If you go to my website, you can get the unlisted video on Chiron. If you haven't watched it yet, it's like a class on Chiron. You can find out more about it. And I like this collage. This is a collage that's on my kind of end of collage for my bear mama from last year. But, you know, I like collage decks that are not overly busy, and they just seem much more intentional, and I actually really like it. This is a great deck. So again, don't listen to me that, oh, Kasia said this is an amazing deck, because I haven't used this deck yet. I'm just basing right now my opinion on how they look, and if they draw me in, if they want me to, like, you know, I want to use this deck, okay? So those Abaton keys, pretty shitty bags, but I don't give a fuck anymore these days. So yeah, this is, the paper is also not the best, to be honest. It's like papery, so don't bend it. But I'm so grateful for this deck, and thank you so much, Roxanne. This was like such a great surprise. Another deck that arrived, and it's very unique. I haven't seen anything like this. This is from Eustace. He sent me this deck for a review. This is Major Arcana only deck. It's this is the first edition, and it's by Eustace Harris. He's an American, but he lives in Berlin. Made in Germany and designed in Berlin. So it's nice. He's just signed it. It's illuminate your journey through the major arcana with the magic of the moon. So I haven't even read this yet, but what he did, he connected major arcana to the phases of the moon. He also added the sun card, the moon card. Devil is a north node and death is a south node. That's interesting that he did the devil for the north node. I can see it actually. Tower with solar eclipse and priestess with lunar eclipse. And in the booklet you get, the cards and the deck. And the imagery includes the phase of the moon associated with each major arcana. There are many recurring symbols in the cards and characters that are human but are not gendered. They are meant to be open to interpretation and represent any person from any culture. The images are made as if they were drawn with light, and you can see in a sec, which is meant to represent the relationship between the moon and the sun, since the light of the sun is what gives us the different phases of the moon. The moon is always the same, but its relationship with the sun changes how we perceive it. The same is true with tarot. The cards provide symbols and depictions of the tarot that give your imagination plenty of room to wander and are minimal in the illustration to maximize what you can consider. They borrow from some of the most famous tarot decks like the Rider-Waite-Smith and Thoth deck, but also incorporate new imagery that holds true to the original intention of the card. So in this guidebook, you will have a key that describes the traditional meaning of the cards and the keywords to associate with them when you view them, as well as a prompt that through your reflection will unlock your personal understanding of the card. There will be also a description of the moon phase with each card and its connection with the tarot card. In this book you will find that you can navigate the tarot either linearly through the traditional system, through the line, yeah, or through the moon phases, which provides a sequential way to understand how the archetypes of each card shift from one to another. You know, when I saw this on Instagram, this was used to, I thought that's interesting. It's maybe, you know, you can see the artwork. It's a major only deck. He made it like, it looks really cool. It actually is like, it's a stamp, so it sticks out of the card. He said the second edition might be a little bit different, might have it embedded in the cards. So if you like this particular one, with the texture, you might want to get the first edition. But here we have all the moon phases on the bottom of the cards, and the artwork is very futuristic, I'd say. Very kind of, yeah, it's like you don't know exactly sometimes what's going on. Like you have those stars, but it's like it's things being born. There are two vases that, like, you know, one pours into a vase, one. So you see associations, as he said, to the regular tarot, but it's a very abstract, very modern, painted with light. To me, when I was explaining it to a friend, I said, like, it looks like, you know, you would cut an electrical cord and it would just make art, right? So you can see that there's all this embellishment. The cards feel really good. I love actually those silver elements, the stamps on the cards. There's Saturn, even though the Wheel of Fortune often is connected to Jupiter. Maybe it's Jupiter. Strength with the 8. Hierophant, it's interesting, right? It's like all this brain kind of synapses, and there's like all this algorithm or pathways. It's all silver. I think, you know, even though I'm not like, oh, I got this artwork, I'm connecting to it like straight away, but it's interesting. I've never seen anything like this, and it's something that it's unique. And I love unique decks, so I definitely wanted to show it off, because maybe for people who are interested in, like, you know, non-human tarot cards, if they're non-binaries or whatever you identify as, that you don't want the regular genders, this might be a great one. And also for people who like this abstract art, it might be an interesting one. So you do get some figurines, but yeah, you wouldn't know if they're male, females. Judgment is interesting, and it reminds me of my vision of my dream with a scarecrow for some reason. And it's interesting because Judgment I connect often to calling card and to purpose, and you awakening to your purpose. And in my vision, this scarecrow was just saying, I do nothing, but I serve a purpose. And I just always remember this. This was from my dream work group in Australia, and this scarecrow just stuck in my memory. So I'm curious. Let me know what you think about this one. I like the Fool. It's like this person being like catapulted out like a seed, but I also feel like this could be like the back of a person, you know, like sitting, squatting, being like shoot through a portal. Pretty cool. So this is something different, right? The Hangman is Observer. So yeah, this is called Meta Alchemist Tarot, Major Arcana. And I found him on Instagram, used to, so you can check his Instagram. And you can find this deck on his website. Alright, I think I'm going to do it in 2 parts, guys, because it's going to be too long. So part 2 coming soon. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Like, are you excited about these decks that I'm excited about? Or you're like, bleh, no. Alright, speak to you soon.